Welcome to La Casa. Take a seat.
And feel like home.
I almost fucked that intro up. Hello.
Welcome with another background.
With a new background, yeah.
Yeah.
We're improving.
We're
slowly,
improving for you, for your eyes, so that it's like more fun to watch us.
This is a work in progress, okay?
Yeah, don't be too hard on us. Also, this week is not only the background that is interesting, it's also the topic that all of y'all are probably very interested to listen to.
The topic this week is gonna be S.E.X. and things surrounding it, let's say. But, I mean, when Hannah pitched this idea to me, she literally said, should we talk about lesbian sex the next week? And I was like, maybe we can talk about like hookup culture in general, maybe. But I am curious to know, what is the lesbian experience? Because as a bisexual, it's a completely different story. And I think it might be, I saw the other day a TikTok, I think, from a lesbian girl that she was like, I'm a mass lesbian. Of course, I have lived, insert here. Like, all the comments were like reading bisexual girlies. Like, it's like, she was dating girls and the girls end up like hooking up with guys or leaving to have like long relationship with guys and stuff. I know the bisexual, I don't know how it is for the gays. I don't know if gay men don't trust bisexual men.
We talked about that whole bi topic 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when we talked about like being queer and stuff.
Yeah.
I personally think that's dumb. Because I think in general, yes, the culture of not being faithful, hooking up with loads of people, whatever, that's like very big. But I wouldn't blame it on bisexuals, to be honest. I always dated bi girls. I think I never fully went out with a lesbian in my life.
Okay.
And I sleep with guys as well sometimes. Yeah. I don't fall in love with them, but I sleep with them. So I feel like it's just like trust issues and not trusting the person you're with for real. But if you really have like a stable relationship and you want to be with that person, the person wants to be with you, doesn't matter the sexuality.
Yeah.
They will not leave you for a guy, you know?
I do agree with that. I do think it's also a little bit tinted of, I think the way this girl was saying it was basically just because we live in a society, which is a patriarchal society. So male validation is very present. Mm-hmm. So I do think, I know, like, from the months that we have known each other, you have told me stories about girls, bi girls, that I'm like, what the fuck is this girl problem, you know?
Yeah,
because
I've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, because I think there, and probably me included, like, whatever, I'm in a heterosexual relationship right now. So it's like the male validation sometimes weighs more, which I think that's why this girl lived all of these experiences. Not because the bi girls were like cheating on her or whatever. It was more of the fact that I think the overall vibe was that she maybe felt like they, at the end of the day, preferred to be with a man than to be with her, even though she was a mass lesbian. So it's kind of like a whole thing there, of course, which I think is not necessarily that they prefer to be with a man. It's just that it's easier in a social context and maybe sexual context as well. Like in the sense of it's more normalized, so you know way more about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though I want to say something, like, this is like a hot take of mine, but I feel like
we're here for hot takes. Yeah, I want all the tea.
So I want to say, like, regarding sex with men, like loads of girls that I know that are dating men or have been dating men, they've been in relationships for such a long time with like people where they had like horrible sex, and they told me afterwards, like, I don't know, not coming ever, or like horrible experiences. Their boyfriend's like fucking them for 3 seconds and then being done and not doing anything or whatever.
Yeah.
And still, like, so many girls think that is like normality. Like, is that a word? Normality?
Yeah.
Whatever, like that is like the normal thing. And I have to say, this is like a thing, I think, because there's so little education about like what women really like in bed. And as a gay girl, you have to get to know about all that, you know? And it's so cringe at first, because if you're not someone that is like insanely self-confident, you start sleeping with girls and you're like, fuck, I don't even know. And if it's your girlfriend and she's also unexperienced, then maybe that's like, you can find it out together.
Yeah.
But if you start sleeping with girls and it's not your girlfriend like that, I was terrified for like a hot minute. And I was also probably bad in bed for a hot minute.
I think
but it's like,
everybody is at
yeah,
first,
but
no?
I think, and that's my hot take, that's why so many men are bad in bed, because it's like cringe to really feel into, okay, I'm bad at this. I gotta talk to that person. I gotta like figure out how exactly does the body work. Of course, as a woman, you know more because you have the body parts yourself,
you
obviously.
have the experience.
But just like really putting yourself out there and being like, okay, what the fuck am I doing wrong or whatever? I have a friend, he's really good in bed. I know that because I've talked to his exes.
I know that firsthand experience.
No, because I talked to his exes. He's one of my best guy friends back in Germany. And he's good in bed. And he told me that when we were younger, because he read like a shit ton. And he also...
He hyperfixated on sex. It's okay, I did too. That's why I'm good in bed as well.
Me too.
You either have the spark or you don't. But
my take is like, if you don't want to confront yourself with all this shit,
it's like
you
a
just
sport.
put the dick in and then yasta. And you think you're good at it because like you're just like telling it to yourself, and obviously you're not good at it. You know?
I mean, I've had the most surreal, I think, hookup experience that I've had was it was completely my fault. I will say, victim blaming here, but I think it was completely my fault because I kind of like was hanging out with this dude. It was a bit of last minute. It was in the middle of the week. I was so beat, like I was completely tired. I was like out from work, and he was like, "Do you want to meet and drink something?" And I was like, "Not really, but I have nothing better to do." And whatever, we've been kind of talking for some days, and we've been kind of like postponing this, so yeah, let's do it today, and that's fine. He was the most boring man I have ever talked to in my entire life. He was,
oh my god,
so hot though. He was so hot. So
I have experienced that a lot in my life.
So, but it was like, it's not your fault that you're stupid. It's just the way you are, and that's fine. And this, you're very hot, but it was very surreal. Like from the moment that we met in the middle of the street, we were like, gonna go to like a restaurant to have something to have a bite and to drink something or whatever. And it was like on the moment that I got there and we were like saying hello, I could see in his eyes. It was like I stopped being a person and I was like a
meat.
Yeah, kind of like that, which is not uncommon to being. It's not uncommon for me to be objectified in that way. Not necessarily like in a bad way. It's just that when you are dating and you are older than certain age, it's probably expected that you're gonna hook up in some type of way. And I mean, the thing is that I could see the absolute lust in his eyes in a way that I was like taken aback because he was really hot, but I was like, dude, we have not like, we don't know each other yet. I don't think you need to know the person like too much to have sex with them. Like, it's fine. Whatever. The point is that we were talking, I was like, this man is a fucking asshole. But whatever. I mean, like, whatever. And we finished dinner. We had some drinks at like one of his, a cousin of his has like a bar thing here in Madrid, whatever. And I was like, yeah, it's getting fucking late and I need to wake up tomorrow very early. And he was like, no, but please, I want to show you my Airbnb because he was a foreigner.
What the fuck?
And I was like,
that's so lame.
Ay, marico, whatever. You know what? Fuck it, whatever. Like, literally, why the fuck not? O sea, meaning, why not? Whatever. I went to his house. It was, oh my God, it was so surreal, the experience, because he looked a certain way with clothes, and without clothes, he looked completely different. Not in a bad way. It's just that he was older than me. I was like maybe 22 or something like that. And he might have been 27. He was tall. I thought he was like kind of built. He was so skinny. He had like the body of a teenager, which threw me the fuck off. He was so bad in bed. So bad. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I cannot believe I'm fucking up my sleep schedule. And tomorrow I'm gonna be beat at the gym for this fucking bullshit. Whatever. We finished, or he finished, better said. And he was like, when was the last time you had sex this good? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, Monday, maybe, probably. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I could not believe that he actually thought that was good.
But yeah.
But then I thought, like, of course he thought he was good because he was fucking a hot girl. So, of course, for him, it was fucking amazing. But I was like, what the hell? I do have to say that if I think that somebody's good in bed, that does not necessarily mean the person next to me will think that they're good in bed.
Of course. But I mean,
it was I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it was so boring. Like, at 1 minute, I was like, can we get this shit over with? Like, it didn't last too long, thankfully, but I cannot ever forget about that. I was like, I cannot believe I'm doing this.
My question, also to you guys, if you have really bad sex, because I never did, but with guys, do you tell them that they're bad in bed?
No, I never saw him again.
No, but
I ghosted him.
I think some people, like, it has to be said more to hot men that they're fucking so awful in bed. Because hot men, one of my ex-boyfriends, he was really hot. And he got, like, a lot of girls. And when we had sex, he was so bad in bed. And we had sex so many times. And, like, he was like, I just want to make you come one time. And I was like, try harder, babe. Like, what the fuck? Never.
I will say that maybe for men, the experience is completely different because they are more simple in that sense. Like, sometimes I have to remind, like, people that I've been with, and they might have been, like, really good at sex. And sometimes it's like, babes, you're okay, like, for real, you're okay. Like, you're literally breaking your back trying to make me come when I'm literally the most stressed that I've ever been in my entire life, or I'm hungry. Doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying right now, but it's like, it's way more complicated. And I think maybe for girls, as you were saying before, they're used to bad sex. I'm gonna get on this on a minute, but the thing is with men, you know for sure. It's not like open to interpretation, let's say, and they can fake it, but I have never seen it with my own eyes. I'm not saying that it can happen, but I have never seen it with my own eyes. It's like way more straightforward. It's also way easier. So you probably feel like you're doing a good job when you're not doing any job, probably, which...
Yeah, but like, bad sex in the sense of you don't have to come, but enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that's something that's
the bare minimum.
A lot of fucking people that date, mostly men, don't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have like fun behind this, which is that there are like two problems that hold hands and they make this big problem, which is like a lot of women are unsatisfied. And it's like 50% fault of, at the end of the day, men usually or typically not saying, like, even in a conscious way or in a mean type of way, they're usually more concerned about their pleasure. And they probably are thinking, if this feels good to me, it probably feels good to the other person, which can absolutely not be true. And also,
considering our anatomy, also it's very hard for a lot of women to only feel really good by being penetrated.
Yeah. So I think that in itself, like, there's also like this stereotype of men being lazy in general, not just in bed, like just in general. They don't put too much effort in things in life, like in their relationships, in their friendships, in their chores, in their whatever, like just in very specific things, they put the energy in their heart. And this is like okay by society, like society actually promotes this type of behavior. So I think that's one part A of the problem, which is like men are not really concerned if you like it or not, because at the end of the day in society, it's like, it's a very sexualized society, but for the pleasure of men, not necessarily for the pleasure of women. So men think everything is for their pleasure. Like when you hear a guy say like, I don't know, maybe you're watching a TV show, or I don't know if this has ever happened to you, or whatever, you're out in the street and somebody, and a man comments how ugly a girl is. It's like, what the fuck? Do you think people just exist for you to like
think that they're pretty?
Yeah, for your consumption, for your stimulation, for your whatever. It's like, what the hell? Which is fucking crazy, because I have never heard a woman being like, actually like doing the remark, out of fucking nowhere, you know, like maybe
She's
someone
so ugly, yeah. What
No,
the fuck?
or
Never.
like,
I would never say that about a girl.
I don't know, a server serves you and he's ugly. I don't think I have ever heard any of my friends. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, of course, but it's like I have never heard any of my friends, my girlfriends, be like, oh my god, that server was so ugly. Like, we literally don't give a fuck. We see the world in a very different way, let's say, like.
And what do you get from that? Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's very strange, because for me it's like, how can you be so caught up in other people's business, man? Like, what the hell? Whatever. But that's part A of the problem. Part B of the other problem is, in this society, obviously, what's been sold the most is like, the guy who fucks the most, he's the best. The girl who fucks the most, she's the worst. So that makes you grow up.
If you have a key that unlocks all doors,
that fucking
like the
stupid.
master key. What the fuck, bro?
Whatever.
If you think we're unlocked, fuck you.
No, and it's like, and who the fuck are you fucking then? If fucking a lot of girls makes you a champ, where are the girls that you're fucking? If allegedly no girl can fuck ever, unless she's gonna get married with that person or whatever. So, like, this kind of like purity culture makes girls grow up being very ashamed of having sexual desires, their own bodies. And since for women it's a lot more mental, you really need to be comfortable with yourself, and you need to accept your sexuality, whatever that is. If you also add to that maybe the queer part, where society doesn't even accept that, like, it's like, this is wrong and this is double wrong. So I can understand that it might be a bit harder. So if you grab problem A, which is like men don't care, and problem B, women tend to be very self-conscious about this. It's like completely incompatibility.
Incompatible, yeah.
Whatever, yeah. With each other. I have thought about this sometimes, like, can there ever be like an equal relationship between a man and a woman, considering they're both so different? Not even like putting apart the social part of it, like the fact that obviously men and women grow up very differently socially, biologically as well. It's like you have different needs, you have different ways of your body working. So how, I mean, I guess the opposites work together and opposites attract and stuff, but it's like, can it ever be just, and can it ever be like fair for all of them? You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, I think that's a big part of the problem, like when society like actually promotes men not caring, and actually promotes girls being like super uptight and feeling really bad, because I think you need to do a lot of work to let go of the shame.
Shame is such a big thing. I remember in high school, I'm always going back to high school because that time was terrible.
Girl, I think everybody had like probably most experiences in high school where you start thinking about stuff and like being like, oh.
Also, a topic that was never talked about ever was like doing it to yourself, like
masturbate.
Helping yourself. Masturbating. What the fuck?
You fucking yourself.
Fucking yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
No, but like for the guys, they were always like talking about it, always. And the girls, never. They would be like, I never do that. I never do that. Like, that's so bad. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You better masturbate.
No, yeah. For real, go fuck yourself. That's the advice. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself and find out what you want.
I got the name for this episode.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. No, that's actually so true, because I think, for men, I think it's a bit, I will be completely candid here. For men, I think it's very early on and easy for them to kind of understand their body in that way. TMI. I think I started being like really curious about sex and maybe a little bit hypersexual, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this is normal, I don't know, because I've never heard anyone talk about it, because I'm a girl and girls don't talk about this. Around 9, 10, I was like, this really interests me. Like, I want to know more about this.
I think it's like loads of younger children.
Yeah.
From 10 on,
and even younger, I think, because it's just like a normal thing. It is kind of weird, but it's just fucking normal. Whatever. The point is that I kind of like had to go a little bit into porn, which is not necessarily how you learn, But there was no other way for me to know what the fuck was that world, because in movies you don't see that in movies, just like in adult movies, of course. And my parents were never gonna talk about me, and it was like I just needed to see some stuff for myself, okay? And for me, it was like I really don't understand how this works. Like, this makes absolutely no sense. I started reading things online, like out of research, for real. Like, that's the good thing about being Gen Z, that you have access to the internet, but of course, well, you see some things. Whatever, I don't know if I'm scarred right now. I think I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty open because I have seen a lot of shit on the internet, but the truth is, I think I had my first orgasm masturbating for real at 20.
Crazy.
For real.
Damn.
For real, girl.
Damn.
And like...
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, because it was like, I was trying to do what people was telling me, which was the right way, okay, to masturbate. Of course, there are a million different ways, but you understand what I'm saying. And it was like, bro, I've been here like the past fucking 15 minutes. My hand is about to fall off. My pussy is about to fall off. Like, nothing is happening. Like, it feels really nice, but I don't feel this explosion thing everybody is like, it took me a long fucking time to understand my body. For men, it's pretty fucking straightforward. Like, what you see in porn is the real life. It's just up and down, and that's it. Like,
and that's like the thing, I think, also when you start like sleeping with women, when you're like a woman loving woman, then you really understand like how different women function. Yeah. Even though we have the same body parts, but yeah, but not really. Yeah. Not really. That's it. And like this, it's so fucking different. And then starting to really talk to people. Okay, what do you like? Like, and also not being frustrated if you don't get it right from the first time, because like it's okay, you know. The same thing that we said. You can also have fun without coming. Yeah. And yeah, that was like rough. But I remember the first time I slept with a girl. Actually, I called my friend afterwards, because like it was after I come out with like 19 or something like that. Well, my first time with the girl was like earlier, but the first time that I was conscious that I was doing it, and I called my friend and I was like, I think I'm straight. Get that bad, I think I'm straight. And she was like, girl, okay, chill. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was really bad. But it was really bad.
It's because why you didn't feel comfortable at first.
I think I didn't feel comfortable with myself, and I didn't know what I wanted, because I've slept with guys all the time, and yeah, as we talked, I never came ever from sex with a guy because they were always bad in bed. And like the best thing that happened was like that maybe it was a bit adventurous if it wasn't in bed, and I was like, oh yeah, that was like kind of fun. But honestly, like the whole thing, like I didn't get anything from it, you know what I mean? So then I started sleeping with girls, and I told you, like I haven't slept, or like I haven't been with loads of lesbians that have been into the whole thing.
But you have been with lesbians.
Yeah, but
do you find, like, is there a difference hooking up? Be real, girl. You know, expose them by bitches.
Well, I have literally been with so little lesbians. I think 2 or so, and one of them is the girl that I don't want to give too much credit because she annoyed me so much. But
so she was really good or not?
She was good in bed.
Okay.
Yeah, she was good in bed. I think, I don't know, like you get more adventurous and stuff like that. And I think, but I don't think it's about being bi. I think I am just a person that tends to go out more with girls that are not their experience because they just came out, or they're like bi and have been in a relationship with a guy or whatever, which I think it's fine because you need to start somewhere, as I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Thank you for being the checkpoint for
girl
giving the bi girls their wings.
I don't know. I think this is like my that's my secret mission on this planet. My best friend always says that. It's like really bad.
Maybe. Hetero hasta que me entero, guapa. No, but I think also happens like this is something that happened in real life. When I saw it, I was like, if this hasn't been me, like we were partying like on Valentine's Day. We were with a friend. She's also bi. And she told me directly, well, me and I think the rest of the group, she was like, if you see any cute girls, let me know because I'm gonna hook up tonight. I was like, poor girl, go get your purse, yeah. And 10 minutes later, she was hooking up with a man. Oh,
because
what
it's
about
so
the girls?
easy.
What
yeah.
about the girls? Of course, because it takes more time. It's like you never know. Like when you're bi, like
I think you also have to get into, though, you have to really expose yourself to the thing. If you see a girl, that's my take on it. I always go for girls that I like because in the end, if you make someone a compliment, either the girl is like very flattered and is like, but I'm straight or whatever, or you get with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can just go
it does not feel. I think maybe for bi girls, I don't know if I have ever felt this way, but I have been more self-conscious about not stepping into any boundaries, like I don't want to like go all in and then to find like I made this girl uncomfortable because she doesn't think that way or whatever. I also think you just have to echarle cara, like they say here. Like you just have to put some pair of ovaries and be like, what's up?
No, for real. Like I've done some crazy shit.
See?
Getting with girls. Mm-hmm.
We hear you, girl.
Some shit where I have this one situation. It's really bad because I was with a friend back then, and he's a guy, and he told me afterwards if I would have done that, that would have been really bad. But there was like it was like a couple of years ago. I was on a private party. I wasn't even invited, but my best friend was working that day, and it was like in a bar she was working in. And it was like a birthday party. And I think it was like a 40th birthday or something, but loads of younger people there. So I think they brought their kids or whatever. So she was maybe 22 or something. I was like 20. And I saw her through the room. And as I always say, I think the easiest thing to know if someone's into you as a girl, liking a girl, is when I fuck you, like really badly.
Yeah.
And she was staring at me and I was like, oh, she's so cute, whatever. And so I was like a bit shy as well because I wasn't invited. And so I tried to find something out about her because her friends were there as well. And they told me, yeah, she's in a relationship. And I was like, yeah, that's not so good. And so she was like, I fucking me more and more. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And so then what I did was like, she was like standing by the bar. I went up to her and I was like, hey, I heard you're in a relationship. I just wanted to let you know that you're so hot. And she was like, yeah, it's an open relationship. And we hooked up.
Period. But what did their friends say? Maybe the relationship got open right that second.
Could be, Wapa, could be.
She saw Hannah and I was like, babe, I think we have an open relationship.
No, puede ser. I never saw her again after that night. But
I love stories like that. But like it's like you have like one moment with that person and it's like really good and you never know about each other again.
It was great, to be honest. No, but I think, I don't know, you just have to just don't be an asshole about things, you know.
I think it's easier also if your heart is kind and you have pure intentions. I think everything will flow your way. The thing is, I understand our friend in the party. It was basically because this dude was okay looking. He was okay looking.
Yeah, he was okay. He was not chop.
Yeah, he was not top. And it was like 4 a.m. People were drunk, whatever, at a party. And he did the first step, which is usually how bi girls, since they have lived the straight experience, they're very used to having that, you know? They're used to not having to do any work in that sense. And for example, in my experience, I have almost never been the one to do, like with men, I mean, with women, it's different, of course.
You've never been the one to make the first move?
No, not really. Like, I think I have done it 3 times in my life. 3 times, it did not work. Like, they did work, but not how I wanted them to work, so for me, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
it
fair
was
enough.
like, I think this might be a read for men, but it's like they don't know what to do in those types of situations since they don't really find themselves usually in those types of situations where a girl is like straightforward with you. So they don't really know how to act and they kind of disregard the whole thing, and I cannot handle rejection. Like, sorry about that. In the sense that I'm not gonna do like a big number, but it's like rejected. For real? Me? You will regret this. You
I
will
love
regret
that,
this.
baby.
And they obviously do regret it in the end. But it's like I'm not interested anymore. If I sense a little bit of hesitation, like if the immediate answer is not like, oh my fucking god, yes, I want it live, then it's like, oh, whatever, you're lame. So
Fair enough. I mean, hello.
So I think for a lot of girls that have been involved with men, they're very used to having that type of attention and not having, like, the only thing that you have to do is probably like one glance, flip your fucking hair, and you're fine, you know? With girls, it's like there has to be more eye contact. There has to be some type of thing, some type of invitation. Somebody has to make the first move. And most of the times it's like 50-50. Like you lose 100% of the chances you don't take.
I'm always the one that makes the first move.
For whatever reason, girl. Because you're an Aries.
But then if people make the first move on me, I'm like, ooh yeah.
Do you think it's weird or you're
no,
like?
I love it.
Okay.
Like if you think you can get me like this, like I'm down.
Okay, that's extra points for you. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that kind of complicates the whole thing because I think bi girls can like rayarse. They get up in their head.
Overthinking,
like, yeah. And it's not really that hard. It is true that the way I've hooked up with people are in two ways. Dating apps, which is very easy because you know for sure that girl is interested in girls because they put that. And it's fine. You talk with the person or whatever. And at parties. And at parties, I will 100% believe that everybody there, in the parties that we go, everybody there is bisexual after 2:00. I would say.
Yeah.
Me personally.
I mean, in my friends group here, I think there's like maybe one girl is straight-ish. All the others
straight-ish.
All the others are
like,
bisexual.
we're not entirely sure if she's completely straight.
we don't know.
The thing is, this is my coming out story. No, not really. I lost my virginity at 14, but I started having sex at 16. Like in the sense of hooking up and stuff. And I didn't get with a girl until I was like 21, literally. Which is a lot of years being only with men and then with women. Which also, like, I have been in very long relationships. So it's not like I've been like having crazy like 100 women a day, you know. Obviously not even men, I have done that, but it's very different. At first it was very imponente. How do you say that? Like it was whatever, it was fucking scary because like I've been used to, like, I'm open to it, but I've been used to different stuff until now. So yeah, shit's crazy. But
I mean, you just train. It's easier to get with men. It's also easier to men come, make men have fun, whatever in bed. And also the fact that they're only thinking about them, it's like you then probably never gonna say that you're bad in bed because they're only thinking about them, how good they are in bed, you know what I mean? So you can just like not think about it anyway. And
most of the media that we consume is like, I wouldn't say grooming, but it's like you do know in the end, like you that have been with way more girls than boys, you probably know absolutely like 100% how to make a man feel very good. Obviously, like with girls as well, but you've had your practice. With men, it's like easier in that sense. But there's also because you get used to things, you know, in the sense of I have never been in a relationship with a woman. And it's not because I'm close to it. It's just because I have clicked sooner with men. I think it's just because I'm way more used to that. Yeah. Which sucks. I would say. Like, I'm happy with the experiences that I've had. Some of them. But but it's also like, maybe if I had chosen a different path for my life, if I had chosen myself. No, I'm just kidding. I have always chosen myself. But in the sense of...
You're like, if you don't choose me, fuck off.
Claro.
Claro, that's how it should be. Eh?
Claro. But like in the sense of, I got into it like with my last boyfriend. I don't know if he's listening to this, probably, to be fair.
Fuck you.
It was like, we got in a relationship and my first thought was like, sure, whatever. What the hell? Sure, whatever. You know? And I could have been like, you know what? I want to get to know myself more and do more exploring. I don't regret it, though. I learned a lot about myself, like just being in a relationship. But you need to, like, I think that's the thing for bi girls, that obviously you have to actually decide and be like, I'm closing this. I'm just gonna date women now.
Because it's way easier with men. I see that all the time. If like my bi friends are single, they're like getting with men. Yeah. And they're like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
But they need like, actually, like, if you put, that's the thing. When you're on dating apps, if you're bisexual and you put men and women, you're gonna fucking hook up with men. For sure.
Because there's so many of them.
So many of them.
And they all want you.
Yeah. So I don't blame them.
It's harder there.
It's not like the women don't want me, you know, but
no,
it's like,
no. I'm not saying.
No, but it's like with men, it's like, I know this is like very, I'm sorry if it sounds conceited. I'm just trying to keep it real here, because I know that it's like I'm privileged in some things, that with men, like 99% of men will be okay with dating me. Not necessarily a long-term relationship, but just hooking up, they would be okay. For women, it's like, I will have to get to know her first, which is totally fine. I actually am not that much of an advocate for men being promiscuous. Women can do whatever they want. For men, no, I'm just kidding. More about the fact of, I know a lot of men that are on dating apps and they like see 2-3 girls a day. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's fucking
a bit
crazy.
Insane, huh?
Yeah, like, I mean, exactly the type of, I don't know you at all, let's meet and try to hook up. Not even like, we've been talking for kind of like a week, 2 weeks, and I just like had this thing today and this thing also today or whatever. Like, it's kind of messy, but I think also like there's a lot of pressure in the hookup culture, which I think
I'm not participating in this because I've always hated that.
Yeah.
If you look at the list of people that I kissed in my life and the list of people that I fucked, it's like, the difference is tremendo. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. Yeah. But I don't take people home easily. I'm just like, I don't want you near me.
That's the thing also. Like, I think for girls, it's, I mean, I think you have like a different mentality when you go at it, which is kind of weird. Doesn't mean that girls don't hook up like on the first time of seeing each other, but it's usually slower.
It has to, a lot of things have to be right for me to do that. So, I mean, the lesbian, I did that with her. First evening, let's go.
Of course.
But
it was a safe space. The thing is, what would happen, and okay, this is my hot take, is that I have like a reverse misogyny, which is androgynia, right?
Androgyny?
No.
¿Cómo se llama?
Miss Andre.
Concha tu madre.
Okay.
Explícamelo.
Sí. I actually am a little bit of misandrist. Misandrist is like the opposite of
misogynist?
Yeah, with men. The thing is, when you know that men disregard women as easily, like they don't really see, I think a lot of men don't see value in their body. I think a lot of men like don't take care of their body at all, in the sense that they give it away way too easily. I don't want to be like this bitch, for real. Like, I'm not trying to be a nun here or trying to lecture anyone, but it's like, you are sharing energy, whether you like it or not. So you're fucking crazy bitches up and down. Girl, you're gonna get fucking crazy bitch energy in you. Like, sorry for calling those girls bitches, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like they don't really take care of themselves like that. Whatever, I don't want to get into this like too deeply, but when they disregard women's body like that, or women's humanity like that, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm hooking up with this girl.
Objectifying them, yeah.
It's like, it makes me kind of lose a lot of respect for men, and I've seen this way too often. I think most men think like this, not all men, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So when I'm hooking up with men, most of the time, I'm like, this piece of fucking meat, for real. And it's
I get
like,
that. Yeah.
It takes me some time to be like, oh, there's actually like a really sweet person under all this meat that I've just been using for the past month. That's awful. Sorry. But I think
Yes,
we
but-
need women in male-dominated fields, and I'm doing that. Or I used to do that.
You're serving the country
Of
well.
course.
Yes.
And with girls, it's like I know that they're a person since it's the first time that I talk to them. Obviously with men too, but it's like they don't inspire the same amount of respect. All of this out of obviously resentment, because we have all experienced things with men that is like, what the hell? Not saying that I've not had crazy experiences with girls, never in the same way as men. It's like I've never thought, in my experience, of course, taking into
really.
account that I have gotten involved way more with men than with women. It's like we're chill. Maybe it's like, okay, this is not my vibe, so whatever. But with men, it's like, actually, this shit fucking sucks, and maybe my life is in danger right now. That type of thing. So it feels easier, to be fair, to hook up with men when you don't respect them like that, or when you think badly of them, which is fucking weird. I've always thought it was weird for men. It's like, if you hate women so much, why do you want to fuck them? That's fucking crazy. But then I deconstructed myself, or at least acknowledged that I do feel the same way about men. That is like, I don't really trust their judgment or respect most of their opinion. This sounds awful, but it is true. Like, obviously not on male, but most of the time when a man tells me something,
you know who created this whole system?
Yeah, and who set that system up?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, what the fuck is this man talking about? Does he even know what he's talking about? That type of stuff is way easier to just disregard them, which kind of makes me understand how men feel with women. The thing is, I think one is like a reaction of one thing, and the other thing, whatever. I'm not trying to get there. But yeah, with women, it feels different. It feels, maybe this is like very cliche. Maybe I'm romanticizing stuff because I'm a bi girl, but it's like, I feel like at the end of the day,
why are you not dating girls then?
It's like, we are sorority at the end of the day. It's like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want me to be hurt. We don't want each other to be hurt. Mostly, you know. Like, obviously there are like crazy people out there. But it's like, I still don't want to fuck a girl over. Like, I actually want to do things good, and I feel more at ease. Like, it's not like a performance, you know?
Even if girls did me dirty in the sense of they communicated like absolute garbage or did some stuff, I was just like, you know what? We just leave it. We'll leave it here. You can go. I never want to talk to you again. It's okay. No, if it was that bad, I was just like, okay, so there's like no more communication, but I'm not gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, well, that was maybe our little take on masculinity. Doing it to yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
And
this
fucking
honestly,
guys
I
and
think
girls.
we could do like 5 episodes of this.
Yeah, obviously.
So maybe in the future we would do a part 2.
Yeah, and go a bit more into detail about how lesbian sex works.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you all want to know that. I know it. Just try it.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck a girl.
And go fuck a girl, for real.
Well,
and we'll see each other
next week.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.